So the other day I posted a story about this group, Dallas Justice Now, allegedly, I suppose, sending out letters to wealthy white people in the greater Dallas area who had put BLM signs in their front yard, been donors to these sorts of causes, and the letter demanded that they sign a pledge to not send their children to any elite university, because if you sent a white child to an elite university, that meant you were taking away space from a non-white child, and there was an online pledge about it, and we all signed it as a racist hypocrite just to play a joke. And now, I gotta be honest, it's looking like this may have been a fraud the entire time, but maybe. I don't know that I'm 100% convinced. I'm more like 50-50, but to be honest with you, does it even really matter if it's a fraud? These are some of the questions that I'm going to be exploring in this video. We're going to look at what this group, which is an Antifa group, and of course we shouldn't take everything that they say as the God's honest truth as well, but we're going to look at what this group has uncovered just to keep ourselves honest, and I'm going to talk about why I really don't actually think it matters all that much in the grand scheme of things anyway. But before we get into that, listen folks, I just yesterday at 4 a.m. in the morning, finished a book I have been working extremely hard on for the past couple months. I've been working on it longer than the past couple months, but just like really, really intensely over the last couple months. I think you're all going to really like the book, but I hope you'll excuse me for just not having been posting as much content or having the content as focused while I was trying to get this book out of my system. It's now been turned into the publisher. I've had a good night's rest, and I'm back. I am back in business on the topics of critical race theory, news, politics, culture more generally, but I'm really concerned about critical race theory, woke culture. We'll be posting a lot more content on that moving forward. We're going back to the good old days of yore, which I used to post like 2-3 videos a day on this type of stuff because I had the bandwidth in order to be able to do it. So if you want to follow along with what's going to be happening with my channel over the next several months as we evolve into, I think, what's going to be an amazing book release early next year, please make sure you subscribe, turn on those notifications, leave a comment if you want to feed that algorithm, share it out with your friends and family, because I'm basically cordoned off into like YouTube, like quarantine at this point. So really the only way people are going to find me is if you guys send them my way. But make sure you're subscribed, turned on those notifications. Let's dig in. So I got this tweet, I think this morning, from this Antifa group. An investigation by local anti-fascists has uncovered that the organization Dallas Justice Now is an astroturfing scheme by GOP marketing company Arena Winds, who also has ties to the failed Keep Dallas Safe scheme, write-up and receipts. All right, let's take a look. And again, I want to make sure I'm saying this clearly. I don't necessarily buy something that Antifa says, but let's just take a look and keep ourselves honest. An investigation into the origins of DallasJustice.org revealed a few fundamental questions about their creators. First, language found on the blog DallasJustice.org led us to a secondary site which we believe used to stage or preview the site for clients, as is often the case with agency-made projects. And that is true. That happens all the time. The website is located at dallasjustice.aodev4.com. Let's just pull that up real quick. See if we find that. Oh, nope, they took it down now. It's been archived here. So let's just take a look at the archive. Oh, yep, there it is. There's that website. Okay. The root domain aodev4 shares an IP address with another URL, this one right here, which I'm not even going to try to pronounce. That website has been archived there. The Lucio website is interesting for a number of reasons. First, its www subdomain redirects to a recruitment website, and a way back archive links indicate this domain functioned correctly in this way until early 2021. However, with the website configured as it is, we can now see the root server for the company staging server. A Google search for aodev4 reveals a number of right-wing campaigns and sources using these links, and keeping the websites on the Lucio server included noted Dallas AstroTurf campaign, Keep Dallas Safe. It is in at least 2 projects that we discover something interesting in the WordPress theme files. Both of these sites are built on the WordPress theme under strap, but is said to have been a source files modified in order to attribute development to AO dev team at the URL online.arenacom.com, which is that consulting company that we saw here, Arena Digital. Let's see. Arena Digital, full sword mail, and digital political advertising consulting firm. The URL directs us to Arena Wins, a website for Arena, a company that supplies the GOP and various right-wing campaigns with agency services. It is our belief that DallasJustice.org was developed by Arena for a client to allow them to attribute statements and ideas to Dallas activists for the sake of driving a wedge between the left and the communities we inhabit. And I don't know much about that Keep Dallas Safe astroturfing campaign, but I mean, I gotta be honest, I'm not actually all that surprised by this revelation. I mean, but because, and you know why? This is absolutely something the flipping GOP would do. This is absolutely something that they would do. They would create a website and a letter just to make a point, thinking they're being all sneaky and covert while actually leaving a trail that the right people can follow back to its most logical destination. So I actually think that this is an entirely plausible theory. But the next question is, does it matter? Does it matter? Does it matter? And I actually retweeted this morning, and this is the answer that I would really like the question to. So just that we're clear, Antifa is opposed to the idea of telling white parents to tell their white children to not go to a top 50 college because that's racist and stupid. Hey, look, common ground. Listen, this is the question that I would like these Antifa groups to answer. Are you opposed to the ideas expressed in that letter? Are you opposed to them? Now, I can understand getting off on kind of exposing that this was a GOP AstroTurf campaign. And if it was a GOP AstroTurf campaign, that was an incredibly stupid thing for them to do. And it just rips down the credibility that are people like me and James Lindsay and Chris Rufo and Lily Tang Williams and all of the people who are legitimately trying to fight back against CRT in more legitimate ways. The GOP comes in and sabotages it yet again. Shocking. It was a stupid thing to do. But I'm not sure it really matters. I'm not sure it really matters because what I would like to see these little Antifa groups do is actually say, yes, we denounce the ideas in this letter. Why does this even matter if they aren't saying that we think that this is ridiculous and stupid? Are they angry because it's making their ideas look stupid? Or are they angry that it's an AstroTurf campaign? If they're not angry about it making their ideas look stupid, then, I mean, I'm sorry, I don't care. I don't care. And this might be a controversial position to take, but to be quite frank, I think that we need to stop backing down in the face of opposition like this. Listen, do I think it is an incredibly stupid thing for the GOP to be creating fake marketing campaigns to try to make the left look bad? Yes, I think it's incredibly stupid. It's also incredibly unnecessary because the left makes itself look bad all on its own. It doesn't need the GOP to help them do it. But at the end of the day, we need to fight fire with fire. And I am not opposed to using situations like this to both say, yes, the GOP was bad, but do you disagree with the idea? What is your problem with the letter exactly? That it made you look stupid or that you disagree with the ideas in it? We need to be holding these people's feet to the fire. Do you disagree with the ideas or not? Because the problem with that letter, and again, I'm not 100% convinced it was fake yet, but this is pretty compelling evidence. The problem with that letter is that it is so close to things that are already happening today. So if these Antifa groups have a problem with the content of that letter, then they should denounce the ideas expressed in that letter. It doesn't really seem that they have a problem with the content. They have a problem with the fact that it made them look stupid. That's what they have a problem with. And so if that's the goal that was achieved, that the Antifa groups are pissed off that someone made their ideas look stupid, I don't know that I'm necessarily opposed to it. I don't know that I am. I think that we should start engaging in more subversive marketing tactics like this. I mean, think about the campaign that 4chan did to put up physical posters around different towns and different communities saying it's okay to be white. That's hilarious, right? That's not only hilarious, but it also proves the point emphatically that those people don't actually think it's okay to be white. If this does the same thing, if this is like an AstroTurf secret GOP campaign, but it proves that these groups don't actually have a problem telling white children you shouldn't go to the college you want to go to because of your skin color, if these groups don't have a problem with that, then it actually just proves the point. So we'll see either way, I guess. But I did want to correct the story because if I did jump to the gun on this one, if I did make an assumption, and frankly, a lot of people made assumptions, I think Candace Owens was actually talking about this story the other day. My bad, man. I was working on a book. I was distracted. It looked like it could be real. If I got it wrong, my bad. But it actually doesn't disprove the larger point, which is that the left sees nothing wrong with these ideas, whether they're real, whether they're fake. They're not denouncing the ideas. They're just trying to expose the GOP AstroTurf campaign. Until they start denouncing the ideas, then we should keep doing stuff like this into tricking them to show their true colors. That's kind of my position. It might be a little controversial, but that's where I'm at for right now. That's all I've got for right now. I'll see you soon.